Councilman Williams, and our pledge to our flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for our prayer.
Please pray with me. Almighty God, thank you for the city of Guthrie and all of its citizens. As we approach Valentine's Day, may we focus on love, loving you and loving our neighbors as ourselves. Please watch over all of us and bless our thoughts, words, and deeds during tonight's meeting. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Be seated. Okay. We can call to order our regular city council meeting on Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. Item number 2 is public comments, community announcements, and recognitions. We have one person to speak, but it is an agenda item, so we will wait until then. Item number 3. Yes, both are 2 people, both on airport. Item number 3 is the consent agenda, items A through I.
Approved as written.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. There's no further comments or discussion. Please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
Unanimous approval for the consent agenda, items A through I. Item number 4 is items removed, or number 4 is items removed from the consent agenda. There were none. And number 5, Guthrie Edmond Regional Airport Board. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to remove City Councilman Grant Aguirre from the Guthrie Edmond Regional Airport Board. Councilman Guthrie.
So I wanted to, I saw both articles that came out, and only after I was called multiple times from citizens in the town. So I looked at them. It looks like there's a bunch of controversy in it. I wanted to give Grant an opportunity to explain to this council what went on. And I wanted to do that first, is give him an opportunity to talk about it. You want to talk about it?
I'm happy to talk about it, but
Okay.
in order to talk about it, I will have to reveal names and contacts of multiple people. And I want you to know that after I do that, all of those contracts that we have that are potential for the airport will not be coming to the airport. So if you want me to do that, I'm happy to do that, as to why I felt like I should be the chair of the
You don't need
airport
to name
board.
names, Grant.
But-
Just tell generally what happened.
We're not
No,
asking
no,
to name names.
I have to, like, in order to do that, I have to provide you with names and contexts and backgrounds. And the minute I do that, those will become public. Those people will not come to the, as a result of this controversy, will not come to the airport. So I'm happy to do that.
Okay, that's not the context of what I'm talking about. You're not the chair. Okay, I'm talking about the conversations and everything that led up to this whole not being the chair thing even coming up. The whole coup, so to speak.
In order
that you threw out there.
to provide context, I will have to tell you why I felt like I should have been appointed as chair or elected as chair. And I'm happy to do that, but I want you to recognize that the results will be that there will be significant negative impacts on the airport, as there will be anyway from this item even being on the agenda, in my opinion.
And why is that?
Brian?
I mean,
yeah.
seriously, I just want to know why that is. Or I can just ask you some questions. So let's just do that then, because you won't have to reveal any names, right?
There you go.
Okay. So, there was a quote. Some of these are quotes, and I don't want to do a he said, she said. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it, and I thought that you would
Brian,
want
if
to
you
discuss.
had wanted to talk to me, you would have picked up the phone and called.
I'm talking to you as a council member at this board, okay, is what I'm talking to. That's how you become a body at this shoe right here, okay, not as an individual. You have no power, no nothing as an individual councilman, okay? This is where things happen. So the question is, the quote that you said you became aware of a coup by Edmond board members that we're going to put Ryan on the board as the chairman. I mean, why?
I don't recall saying that.
Well, that was quoted. I mean, that's
It's a quote of a quote.
Okay.
Brian, it is not my,
Right.
it's not what I said.
No, that's fine,
Right,
Brad.
that's a grant to Gary,
that's-
Ryan Wallace says, grant to Gary says, cannot be attributed.
That was a
as-
quote on the Guthrie news page.
Correct.
Okay, and I talked to the author of that, and they said that that was the quote.
That is not the quote.
Okay.
You cannot quote me through somebody else.
Okay.
Did you state that you knew that you would not, or you told you would not receive the support of Edmonds?
No, I don't recall that as.
No one told you
no.
you would not have the votes for chair.
No, I don't recall that.
Did you at any time, now, this is back to the statements made, true or false? The reason the airport board gets so much support from the city of Guthrie Council, Guthrie City Council, is because of my position on the council.
I did not say that.
Okay, did you say I report airport activities to the council members and have sway over them? I have
I
a special
said
relationship with
that-
the mayor?
I never said anything about having a relationship with the mayor.
This special relationship is
I've
the reason
never
we
said
have
anything about a special
seen so
relationship
much
with the mayor.
support for the airport?
That is not what I said in the call.
Then what are
And
you about to
again,
say first, that you're gonna reveal things that means no longer contracts come to the airport because of you? It's
Again,
the reverse of
I
that.
would be happy to do that.
The reverse of that tells me that you think that all this success at the airport is because of you. And that's also quoted in here, true or false, I don't know. That you bring, because your relationships to representatives, so on and so forth, is the success of the airport.
I did not say that.
And anything close to that.
I gave a list of things that I was working on to bring business to the airport as an example of why, and I'm happy to provide, again, those names and contacts.
I don't care one way or the other. Do you think that you, because of you, we have the grants that we received at the airport now for terminals and taxiways? Is that you?
I think a big portion of it is, yes.
Did you write the grant? Did you have a part of the grant writing?
I'm not gonna.
Okay, well, you did. So Stephanie Bice, that office that allotted these grants to this airport, and this year, 3 other airports, was because of your relationship to those representatives. Yes or no?
I am,
Right, okay.
Does it,
Just, I
I
don't
think,
know.
I think
I
at
mean-
some level, there's nothing wrong with somebody having confidence in what they bring to the table.
I agree.
To a degree.
Well,
And saying, hey, I was a part of something happening.
Well, how were you part of it? Did you talk to the Bice office about it before it was, these earmark funds were released? Did you have anything to do with those funds and those choices and decisions for the airport to receive? A simple question. Because I don't know.
I never said anything about Stephanie Bice, by the way.
Representatives.
I
She is a
gave-
representative.
I gave a list of things that are potentials that are coming to the airport that I have made contacts with, that no one else has those contacts for a variety of reasons.
And whose? So you never mentioned these at the board, so you hold them close to your pocket to release at a certain time?
I have mentioned them to city staff and city manager. However, if we release.
I'm not aware of it, and I'm on the board, so I don't know what you're doing behind the scenes there.
I was just going to clarify too,
I don't know.
that just for public, Tracy, you are on the Guthrie Edmond Airport
Yes,
Board.
yes.
I didn't realize that up until I came on city council, so just to bring that forth, that you are a member of the board as well.
Well, we had a board member that resigned, and of course, this is his word against his, but still, some of these statements are alarming. And that's what we're trying to address, yes or no? Did you make a claim that if Ryan Wallace was seated there, that it would be expected of Eddie Faulkner to take him off of that board?
Absolutely not.
Okay, did you ever say that to Eddie Faulkner, that why would you put Ryan in a position where one of your bosses was unhappy with you? Did you say that?
I don't believe I said that now.
Okay.
Me quickly on something,
I didn't.
and he's right. I've seen it's all over Facebook, it's all over the emails that I've had sent to me. Who's lying is what I want to know. I mean, is somebody lying, or is somebody just kind of
Is it a
fibbing?
conspiracy to?
Right.
and here's the real kicker of it all, okay, is that board is an advisory board to the council. That's what that board is.
For both Guthrie.
Yeah, the airport
and Ed,
board is an
right.
advisory board to the council. And so it is not making decisions on its own. And so I don't know if Eddie, if you know about all these secret dealings that are going on with all these names that can't be revealed. It's discerning, it's a little disheartening that you say that you didn't say that to Eddie right here, that why would Ryan want to put one of your bosses in a position to be unhappy?
Well, he just said he didn't say that, Brian.
Eddie, did he say that? That's a yes or no.
Well, look, for Grant to
Hold on.
think, for Councilman Aguirre to think his conversations with Eddie are solely his conversations and nobody else can have conversations is foolish. And anything that threatens your position from a councilman should be widely known if that's the truth. When I came on the airport board, I'd heard horror stories about the chaos, the division, and everything that was on there. Stan was on there for how many years? Many years. When I got there, we had a new city manager and a new airport board director. So I thought it was pretty peaceful. To find out that Edmund, so supposedly Edmund would not support Grant as the chairman was news to me. I don't know. Have I ever talked to you outside the airport board? And none of the others either. Ryan Wallace a few times, but that was concerning Crescent and their growth. I don't
Councilman
talk
Williams,
about
if
them.
I might, if you're going to speak directly to him, could we have him come up?
Yeah, well, he's registered,
I know
you're
he's
signed up to
registered,
speak,
signed
right?
up to
Well,
speak.
wait, I got a question on the table.
We can't answer.
I got a question here on this table.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, and the question is, did Grant say that or did he not?
Yep, he did.
Okay, you're saying you didn't,
I
he
don't
says you
believe I
did.
said that.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Okay, did you know that Eddie was told we needed to get Wallace to support Aguirre for the chair position at the airport board? And if Wallace didn't support Aguirre, then Eddie'd be pressured to remove Wallace from the ex officio board seat?
I don't recall that.
You don't recall?
I recall talking to Wallace about the things that I said, and I recall talking to Eddie about the items that I knew that I was involved with that I think are important for the chairman to be able to give these people an idea of what our capabilities are in terms of hosting events and things like that. And I'm happy to provide those names, numbers, and emails.
No,
to
the
you.
question I have, and again, the only question I have here that's on the table is, was there a statement to Eddie made, and by whom, that if Wallace needed to either support you in this position, or he was going to be expected to remove that person as ex officio?
I don't recall that.
Does anybody at this shoe know that? Has anybody said that?
No. I
So
did-
hold on, I'm not done. Eddie, did anybody up here say that?
Yes, and I don't want to be in the middle of this.
I understand you're not in the middle of it, but let's get
Yes.
down to the bottom of it. Who said it?
So that was a conversation that was had with me and the councilman. Yes.
Okay, so a council member had that conversation. We don't want to drag all this out, okay? But, you know, let's get down, let's tell it the way it is, guys, okay? A good man, and I don't know Ryan, okay, I've talked to him twice, but from everybody I've talked to, he's about one of the most upstanding guys that there is, okay? And he felt just jammed into resigning. Okay, and it's not right. It's an advisory board that people give their time free and voluntarily. They don't get paid. Okay, this isn't a position where you're going to speak to Stephanie Bice or Governor Stitt or anybody else out there. You're not talking to anybody about getting money. Okay, from the articles I read, you're responsible for bringing all the money in. And that
That's
you have
not what I
counsel,
said.
you have
That's not-
counsel.
that's not what I said.
That's what
That's
well,
not what I
okay,
said.
what did you say then? That's what I'm trying to
Again,
get to.
do you want me to list names?
Yes, list them.
Okay.
List it all.
you-
No, I want it all
We don't
listed
need to go
out,
into
because
that.
Eddie's not, he doesn't know about it, I don't know about it.
Brian, even if he did, so what?
Adam, I don't know about it, and
I
I'm
mean,
part of
this
this
is-
council just like you. You know what? Here's the deal. Everybody on this shoe right here, with the exception of our city attorney, is one vote. Okay, that's what they are.
Somebody thinks that they're the reason why something happened more so than others. I'm not saying that's the correct attitude to have because we're a team. I'm just saying I can probably go down the road here and think everybody's more responsible than others and things happening. If somebody thinks that in their own mind, that's not illegal. I'm not saying that's good to think it. I'm just saying, are we going to hold this because somebody feels like they were
Elitist?
important? Well, whatever you
But I
want to
agree with
call
what
it.
you're saying.
What?
It's a personality trait that whether you like it or not,
Right.
it's not grounds to remove somebody from a board.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
I'll state that.
Right.
However,
That's all I'm saying.
let me go back to where this began with me. I called Ryan Wallace the day of, and asked him if he would accept a nomination. I think I talked to him earlier at some point, but would you accept a nomination as chairman of this board? And he didn't know at the time. He said, I'm not sure. So I said, well, let me know through the day. And here's the reason why I wanted Ryan. Number one, he's a successful businessman. He's a pilot. He's been on the airport board 2 years. And he's a city manager, which understands city government. With all the projects coming forth and this chaos, this division, I really didn't know existed. I thought we were a pretty good board. But I knew that Ryan was kind of a neutral, and he would be that neutral person for both sides. And with the projects ahead, we already went from Dick Guy to Grant, back to Dick Guy to Grant. I mean, it was time for, I thought, fresh blood. And I thought Ryan was the obvious choice. Now, by the end of the day, I'd not heard from Ryan. He showed up at the board and then went out and had a meeting with Grant, a personal conversation. Another one with Dick Guy. He came in and sat down. I said, did you resolve it? Meaning, am I to go ahead? And he said, I'm resigning. That's all I know. And when I left the meeting, I called him to what happened. This is when he gave his talking points to me. I see the same, not word for word, but pretty much the same as the newspaper, the same as Guthrie news page. So I don't know Ryan well. I've probably only talked to him a few times, as I said. I believe him to be an honest man. But the point is why is there such opposition that he shouldn't be the chair? Why did you think that you deserve that so much than him?
And again, if you want me to name names and list numbers.
Forget the names. What you told him was you were better qualified
I am better qualified.
to run an advisory board.
I am better
That
qualified.
you're so qualified that you're gonna bring in all this money because of your connections.
Under any
Well,
objective
that's
standard.
pompous. That's pompous. My opinion. So,
Look, there's
there
no.
shouldn't be this division that you're causing now with the board.
Tracy's
shouldn't be.
right on the conflict between Ryan and Grant. Personally, whatever that was, is not justifiable to remove Grant from the board. But, and there's a big but, let me tell you what is, okay? Why would Ryan want to put you in a position where one of your bosses were unhappy with you? One of your bosses were unhappy with you. Well, there is not one of a boss. The boss is when we're at this shoe and there's 4 people that agree on a situation, that's the boss. Okay, there is no other boss singular other than that.
Well, Brian-
That is, let me finish, please. That is one thing. And it's already been confirmed that that was said. Okay, the other thing is, did you know, and this is even bigger, okay, this is way bigger, in my opinion. Okay, did you know that Eddie was told that he needed to get Wallace to support Aguirre for the chair position at the airport board? If Wallace did not support Aguirre, then Eddie would be pressured to remove Wallace from ex officio on that board seat.
I don't recall.
Those are the two
I don't
issues
recall saying that.
that
First of all,
are
and
the problem.
First of all, I didn't initiate the call with Mr. Faulkner. He initiated the call with me.
Yes, he did.
I wouldn't have known anything was going on about that. I had planned on asking Ryan for his support. And when I talked to him, I, again, gave him a list of reasons why I felt that it was important that I be chair. Again, I am happy to provide names, email numbers, email addresses,
I
and
could care
phone
less.
numbers.
That's deflecting the purpose.
Go ahead, Deanna.
I have a quick question. So, okay, let's say, I'm just gonna bring up some names here. And I'm confused, a little confused as what anybody's name, I don't care if it's Jack Smith or Mary Doe, what would those names have any impact on what you said or didn't say, or the discrepancies that we're trying to figure out between
What I
what does a
said
name have
was
anything to do with
these
it?
were the things that were potentially coming to the airport as a result of my contacts. And that is why I felt that I would be a good chair, because I could see those through to fruition. And I am happy to provide those names and contacts. And that was the gist of the conversation from my perspective, was these are the things that I am working on, that I am bringing to the airport as a result of the fact that I am interested in the airport, and I would be happy to do this. And I think that saying that your chair has a certain amount of leverage with those individuals that doesn't if you're just a board member.
Okay, this
So,
goes,
hang on, Brian, hang on a second. So if Dick Geib had been the chair, would he have got the same people?
No, he
or
would not. I can tell you exactly why. he
I
would.
don't care about the
Well, let me
names.
clarify
I
something,
just
please,
asked.
please,
Well, I
please,
wanted
as
to
being on the board, you're saying if you don't get to be chair, this business potential doesn't come to Guthrie.
Correct.
Unless you're in the chair. So where do you care about the airport or this city council or the city of Guthrie if you're saying, I'm gonna pick up my toys and go home if I'm not the chair? None of these people who wanna bring money to the city, who want business at the airport for their own benefits will not come unless I'm the chair.
That's
Sounds
what,
pretty selfish and self-centered.
that's what logicians call
And
an
if they're that
argument.
shallow, I don't think we need them.
That's what logicians call an argument ad absurdum.
Well, that's, what are you saying there? You're saying if you were, if not chair, these entities will not
They
come to
wouldn't
the
have
airport.
known about Guthrie, or Guthrie wouldn't be on the radar.
Well, it's on their radar now. You're saying they will not come and do business for their own profitability.
I'm saying that-
if you're not there. That's what it
No,
sounds like.
that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, then clarify.
What I'm saying is that if you want me to tell you what I said to Ryan and why I believed I should be chair, I will have to reveal these names. I don't
care
think
about
those
the names.
entities
I don't
would
care.
be interested.
If they decide to come and do business, they're gonna come whether you're here or not.
That's not true.
Well, then,
I don't know
then
that
so be
that's
it.
true.
There'll be people lined up. If we built a hangar today, we'll have a list of people, applicants to get it. We know that, don't we?
I think that there is a greater need for hangars.
Absolutely.
There is, but events and things like that is a completely different issue.
Events, so it's not,
It
about
it
events.
is hangars and events, yes.
okay, well,
Okay, so,
then I just take our chances.
Mr. Williams, did I hear you correctly whenever you stated that you serve on the same board and you had no idea that there was this big of an issue?
Nope,
Okay, so what we have is an issue between two individuals
yep.
on a board. But as a
Well, apparently
whole,
it's more, I don't know.
right, but as a whole, you weren't aware that these issues existed at all?
No.
Up until there was this one
That's correct.
instance and this one circumstance.
That's correct.
Which disagreements happen.
Yes,
People
they do.
say things in the heat of being upset that they don't truly believe, or they're
Yes.
just upset. You know, I recognize that as I'm human. I kind of say things that I don't mean sometimes, or, you know, maybe over-exaggerate where I might have had a greater hand in something and maybe I didn't. But I felt like I probably did because I made initial contact or initial phone call. That can happen.
Yes.
But when a board actually functions, and it seems to have functioned fine, apparently, and it's, I mean, we have great movement there. We're getting a new airport, and it takes an entire advisory board to do so, to make all of these things happen. Everybody brings something to the table. So if there is a disagreement between two parties, one, was it preemptive, maybe a little bit too early for the resignation, for a heated argument, or not be able to agree on who was chair and who was not chair. I mean, we just had that same issue here. Nobody resigned because of it. You know, things can be settled and arguments can be made to fruition, and you can have a solution. And that's what I would like to look for here, is a solution to everyone on this airport board, because everyone brings something unique and important and qualifications that we need on this airport board.
So I brought this agenda item to the table here, and there's two reasons why I did it. I didn't do it for anything about two people having issue, okay? I brought it about because of two things that were said to Eddie, okay, that are veiled threats, and the people that said it know it's a veiled threat, okay? If you don't know what a veiled threat is, it's a threat that you're not going to take action on, but you try to terrorize someone with it. That's a veiled threat, okay? And that's what happened, and that's why this is on this table, okay? And you did it, okay? According to who I'm talking to over here to my left, said that you did it. Okay, you say that you didn't. I don't know, you're not telling me who did this other one, which is as bigger. I know who did that too, okay? And I know a lot more that we won't even bring up here, but go ahead and name all those names and everything that you were gonna do, and email addresses and stuff. Let's go ahead and go through
Well,
that.
it makes no difference,
No, it
Exactly.
doesn't.
because if they want to do business, they'll come.
All right, well, he's already went over that, about what that is and what those items are, whether they're named or not. I'm gonna go ahead and have Stan Young, Mr. Young, can you please come to the microphone? It says here that you're not a Guthrie resident. Just state your name, please, and your title.
Okay, my name is Stan Young, and I'm a member of the Guthrie Edmond Airport Board, and have been for 7 years. And I was asked to come up just to kind of observe and possibly talk. Like I said, I've been a member for 7 years. It's been my privilege. I've been flying since I was 16, back in 1967, so I've got a few hours under my belt. I flew for the FBI for 27 years and was the aviation coordinator in Oklahoma City for about 15 years before I retired. I've flown in just about every state in the continental United States. Now, I've been in good airports and bad airports and a few very good airports. Guthrie has a good airport, but we have the potential to be a very good airport. Our location, the city, the thing I see right now is Guthrie and Edmond have to work together. We have some construction going on, but that was laid, the foundation was laid years ago before this started. And, we just don't snap our fingers and it starts the next day. It's been going on for a long time. There's more stuff we can do, but we have to work together. And the last few years, I felt like there's been kind of a division between the Guthrie people and the Edmond people. Like the Edmond people have kind of been pushed out. And if we want to make an excellent airport, we're going to have to work together. And that means the board members, that means the council members, that means our local and state and federal politicians, and we can make this where it is a magnet to draw the businesses that he's talking about. I've had people approach me that, we would like to, we like the location, your runway needs to be a little bit longer. Well, we've got a trouble with the south end of the runway because we can't extend north because of Walmart, but it would take a lot of money. But if we want to really get the business in here, we've got two great cities. We've got great school systems. We've got UCO. We can include Langston in this region, and we can get aviation businesses. We can get ancillary businesses if we work together. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Mr. Munoz.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Latham, please. And if you would, sir, just state your name, and if you live in Guthrie, just say you live in Guthrie. You don't have to do your actual address, and then tell us if you're on a board or what your title is, please.
Brad Latham, yes, I'm here in Guthrie. I'm just outside the city limits though, so. Before I get started, we'll say Ryan Wallace is a great man. I think everybody that knows him can speak to his integrity, so did want to get that out. I'm an avid supporter of the Guthrie Airport, and I've enjoyed serving the Guthrie community as a representative on the Guthrie Edmond Regional Airport Board for 6 years. I was elected by my peers on the board to serve as the chairman 3 times, despite never have nominated myself or voted for myself. I am the airport regularly in touch with airport activities and the people at the airport. I don't want to take up a lot of everybody's time, but I want to express that I am in full support of item number 5 to remove Mr. Guthrie. More importantly, though, than my opinion on this matter is that of the current chairman of the airport board, Mr. Geib. Mr. Geib really wanted to be here and talk to you, but he couldn't. So instead, he has asked me to say something on his behalf. Mr. Guthrie has sown division and put politics ahead of the good of the airport community, also his personal agenda above serving the community. As a leader, you are to be held to a higher standard, but instead, Mr. Guthrie has abused his position of authority to serve his own interest. The most recent example of this is his lack of action to remove his wrecked airplane off the airport. It's an eyesore, and to everyone else, that airplane would have had to be moved a month ago. But instead, it's wrecked there on the side of the runway since December. Once again, speaking on behalf of multiple airport tenants, the current chairman of the airport board, and Dick Geib, we are in full support of the removal of Mr. Guthrie from the airport board.
Thank you, Mr. Latham. And Mr. Young, I'm sorry to hear that you feel as though the Edmond side has been pushed out. I certainly don't want you to feel that way. I'd like to meet with you sometime in the next coming weeks if you'd agree to that. Thank you, sir. Okay, that's the only 2 that we have for public comments. Any other comments, questions, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got a lot, but I don't know that, I got a lot. I got a real lot. I don't know that you're necessarily going to want to hear it, but I got a lot.
Councilman Denning, do you want to say something?
Are you wanting to elaborate on what you're wanting to say? Or?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to say, as a newer member of the city council, I kind of had to go back to, after speaking with Mr. Wallace myself and reading both of the Guthrie News Page and the Guthrie Daily Leader articles, and I've said from day one, if anything was ever published or said about me, I would hope that my fellow city council members would do their due diligence to try to get to the bottom of what was said, what wasn't said, not just read a news article and take everything for truth. So I feel I have done my due diligence in trying to get answers to questions that I had, but I always go back. I pulled out my big 3-ring binder, my new city council binder, and I want to read just a couple of things here, which I think, whether he said, she said, whatever happened, I want to read the preamble on page 1, which says, "The citizens and businesses of Guthrie are entitled to have fair, ethical, and accountable local government, which has earned the public's full confidence for integrity. In keeping with the City of Guthrie's commitment to treasuring our past while forging our future, the effective functioning of democratic government therefore requires that." And there are 4 bullet points that I'd like to read. Public officials, both elected and appointed, comply with both the letter and spirit of the laws and policies affecting the operations of government. Number 2, public officials be independent, impartial, and fair in their judgment and actions. Number 3, public office be used for the public good, not for personal gain. Number 4, public deliberations and processes be conducted openly unless legally confidential in an atmosphere of respect and civility. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
You didn't state specifically, this is the resolution establishing the code of ethics we all signed.
Correct. Yes. Thank you.
It hangs on the wall out there.
Well,
Yeah, I go back to the two reasons that I brought this to the table, which is being utterly denied. Do you know anything about it, Adam?
which
About
two
either one of
comments
these
are you-
things?
Which comments are you referring to?
Either one of them, because Grant apparently doesn't. Okay, why would Ryan want to put you in a position where one of your bosses was unhappy with you?
Well, I mean, these
Or, do you know anything about that? Or did you know that Eddie was told that he needed to get Wallace to support Aguirre for the chair position at the airport board? And if Wallace did not support Aguirre, then Eddie would be pressured to remove Wallace from the ex officio board seat.
Well, Brian, how much, are you asking if I know about these private things being said by other people?
By anybody on this
I
board.
know about them in the same manner that you do.
So you don't know
I read
about
about
them?
them in the press.
So you don't know about either one of those?
No, because I didn't say them.
Okay, so neither one of those things were said. So, I mean, then, none of this, in any of these articles was said or quoted, so they're all wrong. Okay, none of these things were said, but yet our city manager says they were. Okay, and so, I mean, do we really have to go through this and go down into the ditches and trenches here?
Well, Brian, I think a lot of the quotes you're reading are from the other individual saying he heard this individual say.
No, just go look at the articles. We can pull them up.
Right, those articles.
Read the
Right,
articles.
those articles. So-and-so says that so-and-so says.
No, I'm talking
or
about some of this, I'm talking about the stuff Grant said, and yeah, I am talking about some of the stuff Ryan said.
Right.
But I didn't bring this to the table for that. None of that. I brought this to the table for the two reasons I just told you.
Right.
Which both of you deny knowing anything about.
I know about them like you do, Brian. I read the article.
But, okay, but no, these two particular issues that were said to our city manager,
Yeah.
apparently nobody up here said them, right, Eddie? So Eddie's lying. Is that right? Mr. Faulkner, are you lying?
I've given you my answer. You've heard my answer.
Okay, so do I have to ask you who said the second one? Because I'd like to know who that was then.
Brian, your council members, respectfully, this needs to be handled within the council. This is not a good position for this discussion, so.
So you're not gonna answer the question, huh?
Brian, I think.
Sorry, go
Oh, no, you go.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Brian, do we have enough, as far as the agenda item that you brought forth, are we at a point with the speakers that came this evening to lend their information? Do we have enough information as we sit here now to proceed and without just repeating the same thing over and over?
Again, Deanna, the issues, if it's not gonna happen during this meeting here, it's gonna happen. Okay? So I wanted to get it out in the open now, and it will come out in the open. So, but yes, to answer your question, there's enough, but there's no, and again, I'm not looking for guilt. I'm looking for, okay, it's just like with our kids, okay, or anybody else out there. Things we say matter, okay? And there's consequences to our actions. And there is. Okay? And I don't think everybody on this board realizes that. So, I'm not going to bring up we all had conversations with everybody out there, right? We know that. But I know what they all were, okay? And I have them, okay? And I don't think we want to bring all that up, okay? But right now, at this point, yes, we have enough. So if you want to make a motion, make a motion.
I would like to, two things I did hear from Mr. Young and Mr. Latham was alarming in that there's a division between Guthrie and Edmond when it comes to airport board, and I would like to look at a possible solution to that. I don't think that could be all on Grant on his own, that he's the only divider. He's the only one. And Mr. Williams himself also stated he didn't realize there was an issue. So apparently there's some inner workings that needs to happen on this commission in itself to work better together. And if we need to work with Edmund to help figure out what that solution is, I would love to do that.
So since all of this came up, have you talked to the admin board members?
I have not.
Okay, so you don't know.
No, they stated it.
Okay, well, they stated it right here, but there's other
Yeah.
ones as well.
Well, which is why I think that
Okay.
it's more important that we
So-
look for more of that together to find a plausible solution.
Yeah, I had 100% of the people that I talked to wants Grant Aguirre off that board. Okay, but the kicker of that is, that's not why I'm here. I'm here because of these two questions that I'm asking, and it's being blatantly lied about.
Well, it's been denied, so what are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna do nothing.
Okay, somebody like.
I'm gonna do another, I'll make another motion on the next
Brian,
agenda.
those comments are both based off of so-and-so heard so-and-so say.
That's hearsay.
And then you just keep going back to, I mean, just like I can't remember the first one, the boss, sorry, I'm speaking to the microphone, the boss comment.
Which boss comment?
The one of us is your boss or something. Read it again, please. The two, you keep saying the two. What's the first one?
Why would Ryan want to put you in a position where
Yes.
one of your bosses
right.
was unhappy with you?
Right.
Which would be a veiled threat.
Unless I'm on the phone, why do you keep asking me, looking at me, like if I
I
know
didn't, I was
something
asking
about it?
Grant, because I know who said these things.
Okay, I was gonna say, well,
I was looking at you on the second one.
well, I didn't,
That's who I was
I didn't
looking
say
at.
the second one either.
You didn't?
Nor
Oh.
am I in the room, no.
Okay.
So, move on.
Really?
Move on.
Yeah.
Would somebody like to make a motion?
I'm gonna make a motion to remove Grant Geary from the board.
Okay.
I'll second it.
And we have a motion and a second. Okay. There's no further comments or discussions. Please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
All right, and a vote of 4-3, which the motion fails because you will need 2/3 to remove someone from a board. All right, item number 6 is city manager's report.
Yes, Mayor and Council, been a busy season around here. Last week, myself, Mayor Rob, Councilman Aguirre attended the ACOG Legislative Power Brunch as we prepared for the legislative session, which kicked off this Monday. In addition to that, the Westside Booster Pump Station is complete. We will be reaching out to schedule a ribbon cutting soon with both the City Council and the CIP Committee. Appreciate all the work from Public Works and Beattyco, as well as Myers Engineering on that project. Completed quickly and again replaces the oldest booster pump in the station in our distribution, oldest distribution pump in the oldest pump in the distribution system. I'll get there, sorry. 4 times. Owenfield bids opened last week. We are working with Crossland and Myers Engineering to review those bids and prepare a recommendation for the City Council. We anticipate we'll have that at your second meeting in February, possibly your first meeting in March. We are currently advertising and accepting bids for ground maintenance services, mowing Summit View Cemetery, the center medians on Highway 33, as well as on Highway 77 or Division. And then we're also soliciting bids for the ground maintenance services out at the airport. So we've had some staff turnover. We're soliciting bids to see what that cost would look like. And then once those bids have come in, we would have a recommendation both to the airport board and to the City Council. Airport Terminal Design Committee met last week and is making good progress. Fire Station number 2, currently in the design phase and progressing nicely. The chamber banquet is scheduled for Thursday evening at Meridian Technology Center. I believe we've received all of your RSVPs. Thank you for that. Boxcar Bakery has moved into their new location on Oklahoma in the old Rick's Chocolates and Coffees. We do have several openings within the city, a couple within the police department, a couple out at animal control. We encourage everybody to take a look at those opportunities on our webpage. Last but not least, I will thank Public Works Authority, the police department, the fire department, and our dispatchers, all of our first responders for their response during this snowmageddon that we had take place over the last week and a half. If you'll drive through downtown, you'll see piles of snow. And I'll tell you, the downtown is it's kind of tricky because it doesn't get a lot of sun. So as our plows come through, unfortunately, we have cars that don't move as often as they probably should, or folks who were parked overnight, residents downtown. It doesn't allow us to plow all parts of the streets on both sides. So you'll see now that the temperatures have come up, and we had
Almost gone, Eddie.
yeah.
It's good.
And now that the temperatures have come up, it has started to melt quite a bit. So, and all of that to be said, we only had one water main break during that whole cold spell, which is tremendous. Knock on wood, I won't say anything about the future, but that is great. So appreciate the team's response. Police department was out pulling folks out of ditches and helping them roadside, as well as the fire department. Of course, our dispatchers are taking those calls and getting them out there. So with that, Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Item number 7, request comments from members of City Council. Councilman Williams?
No comment, thank you.
Okay. Councilwoman Denny?
I just want to say the flu is running around rampant right now. So everyone, please, if you're not feeling well, stay in, stay home. It's not worth getting everyone in the office ill because as more elderly folks and small children, it can be detrimental. So wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. And if you don't feel well, stay home. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Taylor?
That's good, I like that. Tenny, did you get to go out and work on the hole that was broke with the water main?
Sure.
Oh.
28 hours straight.
Okay, I kind of figured you did. Well, thank you. I appreciate your hard work on that. Thanks to the police and the fire department, you guys, that's why I heard y'all were pulling people out, so that's great. I really appreciate that. So otherwise, staff, Eddie, I appreciate all of what y'all guys do all the time. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Aguirre?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. Councilman Bothroyd?
Nope, nothing tonight.
And Councilman Gibbs?
I actually would like to congratulate Philemon Vasquez for receiving Officer of the Year. I wasn't at the last meeting, so I think that is fantastic. He's a great officer and an asset to our town. And also Officer Lanoy on his retirement, and his badge was retired as well, correct, Chief?
That's correct.
His badge
Yes.
was correct,
Yes,
it was
ma'am.
retired as well. So I will miss seeing him around. And also, are they still going to feed you guys on Thanksgiving? Because Mike and his wife they come to the department and they feed everybody for Thanksgiving for those who are on shift. And also congratulations to Drew Heimer at the fire department, to Captain, and on Captain Ray's retirement. So there's a lot of great things happening. We're missing a lot of experience, and I look forward to seeing new fresh faces around as well. So congratulations to them. And so Boxcar did move into Rick's, and last night we approved signage for business going into where Boxcar was already. So we will not have a sitting empty building. It'll be a business called Whimsy Pop, and it'll be a retail store with different kinds of backpacks and some bamboo clothing. So look forward to seeing that new business as well here in town. That's what I got.
Okay, and tonight there will be nothing from me. So with that, we will do item number 8, proposed executive session pursuant to the authority of Title 25 OS 307 as follows.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
All votes done?
Thank you. Unanimous approval to go to executive session.
See, we don't think there's so many season.
Okay. Entertain- I'll entertain a motion to.
So moved.
Executive session.
Second.
Second, okay. Motion is second, please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
Okay, unanimous approval from all those present to come out of executive session. Okay, so item number 10, Young Contracting LLC versus City of Guthrie Public Works Authority.
Motion to approve is discussed in executive session.
Okay,
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
Okay.
Did you mean?
Did you mean to do that?
No.
Okay. I mean, if you say no, you say no, but I just want to make sure yes.
Got a dual vote going on down there.
Well, we did have 7 votes.
So we'll let the record
Record show.
reflect that Tracy's vote was in the affirmative. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Okay, unanimous approval for Young Contracting LLC versus City of Guthrie Public Works Authority. Item number 11, contingent legal representation agreement.
Motion to approve the agreement is written.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
I want to hit the wrong.
Unanimous approval for the contingent legal representation agreement. Item number 12 is we are adjourned. Call to order our Guthrie Public Works Regular Authority meeting, again, Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026, for those who are just tuning in. Item number 2 is the consent agenda, items A through F.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. So further comments or questions, please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
Okay, unanimous approval from all those present on the consent agenda, items A through F. Item number 3 were items removed from the consent agenda. There were none. Item number 4 is the sole source purchase and installation of water AMI base station. Mr. Maker.
You got 5 minutes.
I'll try.
Sorry.
Mayor, council, first off, I may defer some questions to Kim. Kim worked very hard on putting a lot of this together for us and working hard on this. So the Census Flex Net base station is a critical infrastructure that receives automated water meter readings from all of within the city of Guthrie, the customers, and transmits that data to our regional network interface, which is considered the RNI of our system. Failure of the base station can result in loss of meter data, collection, billing delays, increased manual reading cost, and customer service disruptions. The city currently operates 2 base stations. 1 unit was replaced November of 2024. The remaining unit is located at the Job Corps water tower. It's approximately 14 years old and beyond this typical 7 to 10 year life expectancy. To improve the system's reliability and create operational redundancy, staff request UTI, a Utility Technology Services, known as UTS, to perform a radio study. That study evaluated the terrain, elevations, the signal modeling, and determined that the west side water tower provides the strongest signal and coverage for the overlapping of the network. The city's AMI system is a Census FlexNet radio network. Equipment must be fully compatible with the existing meters, endpoint, and regional network makeup. Utility, or UTS, is the sole regional authorized supplier and integrator of Census FlexNet infrastructure. There's no other vendors that is compatible with this equipment configuration or certification and integrated services. UTS provides a turnkey quote of $67,595, which includes the equipment, installation, configuration, certification, the testing, and a 5-year protection plan. Staff will need to provide a 120 service at least 50 feet from the tower base. The project's budgeted of $55,000 in this year's budget. The remaining $12,595 funded from available savings within the GPWA funds. So staff would ask for approval to move forward.
And this is, Mayor and Council, just to add to this, you'll recall when we had the utility billing issue, we had the base station that went down. This third base station will cover, and I don't think the study's in
Covers
here.
everything, doesn't it?
95%, is that
Yes.
correct? Is that number? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, approximately 95%. It's a good majority of the city adding that third base station. So it is an expense, a $67,000 expense. But we're kind of getting ahead of having to replace that one on the Job Corps Tower. So when the time comes, if we have to take that one down to replace it, we've already got that third one that's covering a majority of the city. And it also creates a redundancy if one were to go down, hit by lightning, et cetera, we're ready. We don't have a lapse in coverage, there's not a failure. And so when that utility billing issue happened, staff went to work with, okay, how do we prevent this in the future? Well, this is one of those several key things we've implemented to make sure that doesn't happen again.
So move.
Second.
Good. Motion and a second.
Thank you, Kenny.
No further questions for Kenny? Please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
Unanimous approval for sole source purchase and installation of water AMI base station. Item number 5 is Young Contracting LLC versus City of Guthrie Public Works Authority. Is this just
Same item?
Same item.
same item we can do?
Motion to approve as discussed in executive session.
Correct. And
Second.
second. Okay. All right. Please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
Unanimous approval for Young Contracting LLC versus City of Guthrie Public Works Authority. Item number 6 is the contingent legal representation agreement portion.
Motion to approve is written.
Second.
Either one.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Please cast your votes.
All votes are in.
Unanimous approval for the contingent legal representation agreement. Item number 7, we are adjourned.